Everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Now, I know I look different. It is me. It's Omolara. Don't worry. I haven't been kidnapped. Um, this is so I'm recording this on a Friday, or I'm here live actually in our Facebook group for those that are watching this on other channels. But I wanted to come up to you because I wanted to talk about the 5 steps that help us to stop staying small and stop being like, just normalizing being struggling and sacrificing and being stressed out and finally do what we're meant to do. Finally show up in the way that we're supposed to show up. And so for us as Black women, I think that this is so important. And so I wanted to talk through this because many of you know I'm doing our Pivot into Your Purpose workshop. I'm doing it for a reason because it literally covers these 5 steps, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek and give you guys some insight into what we'll actually be talking about and why it's so crucial and why doing the workshop will really just help you actually take this from like, oh, these are great ideas to actually putting it in action and getting the momentum early in the year, right? Because eat the frog early, early, early. Do it first. And so if we know that this is the time right now, we hit January. Some of you were like, oh, I'm going to lose this weight or I'm going to start this. And it's already February and it's like, nothing actually has happened. That's a problem, right? So we want to think about how do we need to reset for February. That's why I didn't do it in January because everyone's hyped up in January. In February, people are like, oh, okay, yeah, reality. So let's talk about this. There are 5 different steps. As usual, I have my notes with me, and so you'll see me looking down here from time to time because I'm not here to waste anyone's time, honestly. And so we're going to be talking about these 5 steps, and coincidentally, they are the topics for our workshop. So first and foremost, make sure that you are registered for this workshop. We don't do it often. And when we do it, it's particularly transformational, life-changing are words that I get when we do it, just because we a lot of times don't take the time to actually do this work and we don't have the spaces to do this work in kind of really well cultivated spaces that are just for us as Black women where we can truly be vulnerable and chat and talk through some of these things. And so step 1 is going to be using your past to carve out your purpose. Step 2 is going to be replicating the patterns to your success. Step 3 is going to be using your values to streamline your life. Step 4 is going to be aligning your life with your zone of genius. And step 5 is going to be about creating the vision and taking action. So those of you who just joined want to make sure you know that I have not been kidnapped. First and foremost, I am alive and well. I'm not, I know I look different, but on Fridays are my days to really like strategize and take some time. So I don't always look that, great for the camera, but know that the work that I'm doing, what I'm trying to put out for you is really important. And so I want to make sure that you know that today we're going to be talking about 5 steps, okay? And these are actually the 5 topics that we are focusing on in the Pivot to Your Purpose workshop to stop staying small and stressed out and struggling and any other S word that is sacrificing and any other S word that is keeping you kind of away from doing what you're meant to do, from showing up in the way that you want to show up, from being the person that you want to be, from not having regrets and saying, oh, I wish I should have done that. And so let's talk with session 1 and what we're going to talk about. So the first session of the workshop is actually going to talk a lot about, oh wait, before I say that, make sure that you guys have the link in there as well, which is bit.ly, bit.ly/MMM for you know what, FEV pivot, okay? And we also have a hashtag. So if you want to share with other people, we have a hashtag which is Black Women Pivot 2021. Yes, we do. Okay, so make sure you're sharing that hashtag with other people who you think should join. And we have a giveaway happening with $100 gift card that we are going to be doing all the way until our actual session. So if you share this hashtag Black Women Pivot 2021 and encourage others to sign up and register for this, you will be entered because we're able to follow that hashtag. So make sure you hashtag and tag me, okay, at, if you're on Facebook, at Melanin Medicine Motherhood. If you are on Twitter, at Twitter. If you're on Instagram, at Melanin Medicine Motherhood. If you are on Twitter, that is my special place. So that's at Dr. Omolara, Dromolara. And so what we're expecting to be entered into the giveaway is that you have to, one, share our link and tell people why they should register. And then number two, share the hashtag so we can find you as we comb the hashtag each day to see who is going to be entered, who has been posting about this. So if you do those, you will be entered into our giveaway, which we will announce on the first day of the workshop, which is going to be February 15th. And it'll be all the way from February 15th to the 19th. And we will say who the winner is out of that wonderful giveaway. So wanted to make sure you guys know about that. And Casey will be putting that in the Facebook group as well, and we'll be sharing that with all of you. All right, so talking about these 5 steps. So number 1, session 1, we're going to be talking about using your past to carve out your purpose. We're going to discuss things like, why is it important to find your purpose? We're going to discuss about how do we actually find our purpose? Like what are the unique steps that we need to do? We're also going to be talking about how do we use our past, and we're actually going to do a really cool exercise to be able to utilize our past and reflect on that to help us figure out kind of, is our purpose actually there and we've just been missing it and we haven't been connecting the theme. So we're going to be talking about that. In addition, we're going to hopefully have you at the end of that be able to name some themes that connect your moments that you found meaningful in life to help you start to build what your purpose is, what you're supposed to be doing, what you're meant to do. On the second thing that we're going to be talking about is replicating the patterns to your success. And so in there, we're going to be talking about what is success, right? What does that look like to you? What are the barriers to success? There are specific actual barriers that we all have that are completely universal actually to success. And then as Black women, and then what were the moments of success in our lives that we can start to kind of look and say, am I seeing once again a theme coming up that's connecting? Number 3, we're going to talk about using your values to streamline your life. And so what do I mean by that? What is it that I value in life? We're actually going to look at them. We're going to talk about the difference between desired values and real values. That's a good one. And we're also going to talk about what do we think is responsible for the gap that we see in our values versus those that we want versus those that we actually look like we prioritize, right? And we're going to talk about what are those themes, because what I value, what is success, what is it that has been in my past and has shown my resilience? These are all things that are contributing factors to helping us figure out the puzzle and put together the puzzle of our purpose, right? And then number 4, we're going to be talking about aligning our lives with our zone of genius. Hello to anyone who is watching. And the things that we're going to be talking about is what exactly is a zone of genius? How do I find that? What prevents us from working in our zone of genius most often? And also, how do we get into integrating our zone of genius into our daily lives and starting to uncover what are the themes from that will help show and uncover what our purpose is. And the last thing is the most important, of course, which is creating the vision and taking action. So in this one, this is kind of where we take everything that we have worked on. This is a doozy, okay? This session, you don't want to do numbers 1 to 4 and not come for 5, because you will be Yeah, it won't be good. Okay, so for number five, we want to talk about how we put this together. So, how do we take the themes that have come from our meaningful moments, the themes that have come from what we love to do, the themes that have come from what we think the world needs and our values, and the themes that come from what is our genius, and how do we take that and start to put that together to carve out what our purpose looks like? And then we're also going to start to think that we actually have a framework and a graphic that we're going to fill out in real time to help us do that. And then how do we make sure that we're not confusing our profession for our purpose? So how do we make sure, and how do we make sure we're bringing our profession and what we get paid for closer to our purpose instead of letting our profession pull us farther away? So how do we do that? And we want to talk about individually for all of you, what does not exist that needs to happen in order for you to move closer to your vision. We definitely are going to talk about smallness and how we engineer smallness in our lives. Thank you, Brene Brown, for that specific terminology, which I think is so powerful. And we're going to talk about how are we limiting ourselves, and also starting actions that are future oriented. So we have a whole bunch that we're going to cover across those 5 days from February 15th to the 19th. You are going to be excited because there is just so much that we're going to uncover that you're like, in 5 days, really, Omala? Yes, really. And also the other thing is that you get to share this with other people and be enrolled in a giveaway, right? And maybe get $100, which is awesome, always, right? And so being able to share the link, being able to share why other Black women in your circle should join this with you and do this alongside you. You actually get a workbook that we're going to be using for this as well. And then also, we also get to really have potentially some bonus sessions, like depending on how the group goes, some bonus sessions afterwards where we can really cement a lot of this masterclass, coaching, all of those kind of things. So I'm really excited to connect with you all. So a few things. One, make sure you register. That is at bit.ly// capital MMMFEBPIVOT. MMM Pivot. All uppercase. Make sure you do that as soon as this is done. Or you can do it simultaneously while you're listening to me. And the reason is because this will absolutely change your life. This will absolutely make sure 2021, it doesn't just go and doesn't just happen to you, but you're making things happen, right? And one of the other things that I do want to mention as well is that we have the giveaway. It is so much more fun and meaningful to do this with somebody. So if you registered, then I want you to now share that link, okay, with another person, and to get enrolled in our giveaway, which we will announce the contest winner and the $100 gift card prize. We will it's a Visa gift card, so you can use it for whatever you want. So the $100, and we are going to announce that winner on the first day of our session. So on February 15th, we'll announce it. So basically from now until February 15th, you need to share the bit.ly MMM Pivot, and you need to share the hashtag Black Women Pivot 2021. That way we can, when we're combing all of our different channels, whether that be on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, we'll be able to find you. I will say the more you share it, the higher your likelihood of winning actually goes up. So we actually look at that as well. Who shared it the most, and whoever shared it the most is actually, that makes it more likely for you to actually win that giveaway. So it's probably the easiest $100 you're going to make. And also just not just sharing it, but sharing why this is important for Black women. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you all there. Hope this gives you some insight into what we'll be talking about in the 5 days, and why these are the 5 essential steps to stop staying small, stop staying struggling, stop staying self-sacrificing, and finally do, be, and create what you were meant to. Do, be, and create. Okay? So I hope you all are well. I hope this was just a helpful talk for you all, and I will see you in the internet, and make sure to start sharing. Okay? So Make sure you have both of those. Hashtag Black Women Pivot 2021. And the link is bit.ly/MMM Feb Pivot. Bye, everyone. See you at the Pivot into Your Purpose workshop on February 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye.